Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. In case this is your first time watching one of my videos, hi, I'm Lesley. I'm so glad to have you here. On my channel I talk about all things luxury, in particular handbags, but I cover a wide range of topics. I film unboxings if I happen to purchase something, review videos. I adore filming shopping vlogs, including some vlogs from outlet villages. So I've been to Bicester Village, I've been to an outlet close to Florence in Italy. I recently went to Roermond, which is an outlet village in the Netherlands. So yeah, check those out as well in case you're interested. Travel vlogs from time to time, the occasional high street fashion video thrown into the mix. So if any of that sounds like a thing, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining my little YouTube family. Anyway, so in case you're not new on my channel, you may know that last year I had the absolute pleasure of meeting quite a good amount of fellow creators in London. I did film a little bit and included that in my vlog from the Victoria and Albert Museum, the Chanel exhibition. I don't know if it's still going on, but the exhibition was fascinating. I'm going to make sure to leave a link to the exhibition vlog, including the little snippets of our time in London with the London squad, I guess, in the description box below. But sorry about the long intro. So as I mentioned, I did have the pleasure of meeting so many fellow creators and I had an amazing time. And if you're familiar with some of their content, you may have come across some of their videos that go in the direction of long-term borrowing handbags from the London squad. So that's basically the premise of this video. I'm going to go through the handbag collections of my fellow London squad creators and decide on a bag, one bag per YouTuber that I'm going to long-term borrow. Obviously this is all in good fun, no criminal intentions. I think that goes without saying, but yeah, it's the internet, so here we are with a disclaimer. And after a super long intro, let's start with the first creator, and that is Deb from Wildunfiltered. So Deb has a gorgeous collection, lots of Louis Vuitton capucines in gorgeous colorways and leathers, and also quite a good amount of Hermes bags, both quarter bags and non-quarter bags, I mean depending on your definition. Anyway, so I was super close to picking her, is it lizard? I think it's lizard in this oil slick iridescent color, her capucines from Louis Vuitton, but I kind of just couldn't bring myself, because I'm fairly certain that that bag was Deb's celebratory purchase for reaching 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, so I just couldn't bring myself to take that bag. So the bag that I did decide on may come as a surprise, because I don't think I've ever mentioned that bag, as a whole, that bag style at all on my channel. And it's her, I think it's the Constance 24 in Epsom leather and black with gold hardware. I don't think she talks about that bag an awful lot on her channel, but whenever it's in the background in her videos, I'm a little distracted because that bag is just gorgeous. The huge H buckle, obviously it's quite in your face, but still not overly in your face. I don't know. Plus, it might be a scratch magnet, but I think I can look past that. So Deb, I'm sorry, but your Constance is coming with me. Next off, let's go to Amelia from Amelia Rose's Closet. And I feel like her collection is the perfect middle ground between classic styles, but fun and vibrant colors. So she does love her pinks. I think Amelia, Gwenny, Nick and Meredith kind of have an unofficial pink lovers club going on. So she does have a lot of pink bags and fun and vibrant colors, which I mean I appreciate. I do have two bright purple bags, for instance, but generally my color theme is more neutrals, black especially, which some may call boring, I guess, but yeah, it's just it's just what I gravitate to. Anyway, it was pretty hard to limit myself to just one bag from Amelia, because she does have a gorgeous collection. But at the end of the day, I had to make a decision, and I went for her Chanel classic flap, but not in leather. It's actually in the tweed with the Chanel running through it, so black and white. That bag is just gorgeous. A couple of years ago when it came out, it was super highly coveted. I mean, it probably still is. And I think Amelia said that she doesn't really wear that bag all too often. To be perfectly honest, chances are I wouldn't be wearing it all that much either, because yeah, white tweed kind of is a color transfer accident waiting to happen, but that bag is just so gorgeous and I would treasure it. And yeah, so thank you very much for my new Chanel classic flap in this gorgeous tweed, black and white. Next off, let's go to Steph from the channel Handbagholic. Again, spoiled for choice. I think though she did have, or like she was planning to do a vlog sale a couple of weeks ago. So hopefully the bag that I'm gonna decide on, which by the way, that decision was actually, despite her choice and like the range of bags that she has in her collection, my decision was quite an easy one. But hopefully, I'm pretty sure it will, but hopefully that bag's actually still in her collection when I decide to sneakily walk by and nick that bag from her collection, and that is the Celine Says bag, so the Celine 16. That bag is just so classic, pretty understated, gorgeous leather. It's like a shiny lambskin maybe. It's definitely a shiny leather. No visible logo, but I mean, I did look at that bag a while back, and the SA, I think it was the store manager at my local Celine store, he was pretty passionate about that bag as well. And in fact, while there isn't like a visible logo, the Celine, like just like the word Celine, is engraved 16 times throughout the bag. On the buckle, like a tiny little bit, or like stamped in the leather on the inside. Also like the D-ring fastening, I think Celine is edged inside there as well. So yeah, attention to detail, top notch. And that bag is actually the bag that Steph wore like when we met in London with a London squad. So yeah, that's gonna be the bag that I'm gonna long-term borrow from Steph's collection. Next off, I feel like hopping on a plane, probably multiple planes, to Australia and say hi to Dayle from Dayle's Adina. The bag selection when it comes to Dayle was a little tricky because initially I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go for her Lady Dior in the wicker style. I'm gonna, as with all of the bags that I'm mentioning, I'm going to try to include some footage over here. And my reasoning for not feeling overly bad for taking that gorgeous bag from Dayle is that she has, I think, at least 2 other wicker bags, her Gucci bag and the Louis Vuitton capucines in the wicker. So I was like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. She'll have 2 other wicker bags and I'm gonna sneakily take the Lady Dior. Well, fast forward and she actually sold that bag. So I'm sorry, Dayle, but next in line would be your Louis Vuitton capucine in the wicker that you got in Italy last year. I'm so sorry about that, but that bag is just so gorgeous. I would have taken the Lady Dior, but it's no longer part of your collection, so the Louis Vuitton capucine it is. And while we're in Australia, might as well pop on over to Meredith. Her channel is Living Luxe with Meredith. And considering the size of her collection, I think in her collection miss, like in December last year, she mentioned that she has over 400 luxury handbags. Chances are it's more like 420 at this point because she's on fire when it comes to the unboxings on her channel. Anyway, so considering the size of her collection, I probably should have brought at least 3 carry-on suitcases, but I'm limited to only 1 bag. That was kind of a tough decision. At first I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take a Fendi First from her collection. She has such a vast collection of Fendi First bags, but then I remembered, while I wasn't able to bring myself to take Deb's oil slick capucines, I'm fairly certain that Meredith has the exact same one. So it was an easy decision to eventually end up with the gorgeous, I think again it's lizard capucine. It's just gorgeous, so that's gonna come home with me. Thank you very much. Next off, I'm gonna pay Lisa from the channel Luxury and Life in the Middle a visit. Come to think about it, I don't think my planning in terms of the plane route wasn't overly strategic because from Australia to New York City, I don't even know which way around you would fly. Anyway, let's go to New York and let's say hi to Lisa. Her collection is insane as well. I mean, I could say that for every single one of the creators that I'm talking about in this video, but doesn't hurt to repeat it. So I think the bag that I'm gonna go for, some may say it's boring or like it's like a duplicate to the Constance that I already got from Deb, and that is Lisa's Celine Triomphe bag. It's also black with gold hardware. I think it's gold hardware. If it isn't, I might have to reconsider because I'm not a silver hardware person, but I'm fairly certain it's gold hardware. I adore the Celine Triomphe bag. That might come as a surprise because I did film a video a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago, talking about alternative bags to the Celine Triomphe. But that definitely doesn't mean that I don't like the Celine Triomphe. It's just like back when I filmed that video, the Celine Triomphe bag was everywhere. So a little like oversaturated, but now I feel like it's not overly in your face on social media anymore, but even still, like regardless of the hype, their bag is just gorgeous. I love the like Triomphe logo in the front. It's a fairly big logo and it's shiny gold, so it's kind of in your face, but still it's not like a CC where everyone, like even people that aren't into luxury, would generally know, okay, that's a like an expensive Chanel bag. The Celine logo is fairly in the script. Also, I love the shiny leather, and like the combination with the gold clasp is just perfection. So another Celine bag that's gonna come home with me, and I'm so looking forward to wearing that. Thank you very much, Lisa. As hard as it is to leave New York behind, there are still a couple of collections waiting to be rated by me. So let's go back to the UK, to Nick. His channel is Living Life Loud with NJS. And Nick is a pink and vibrant color lover through and through. He loves Longchamp, Aspinal of London, Kurt Geiger, those kind of brands. So in case that's your vibe, definitely check out Nick's channel. And I know Nick is gonna hate me for that, but I'm gonna go for an Aspinal of London bag, and it might be one of his favorites, maybe. It's the London tote. I think Nick has 2 London totes, and the one I'm gonna go for is I think the color is Rose Pebble? Tea Rose? In pebble leather? Something with rose, definitely. I'm gonna include footage of that bag. Yeah, it's a pink bag. I don't have a pink bag. I don't know if I'll actually be able to style and wear a pink bag, but maybe 2024 is gonna be the year that I'm gonna try to get out of my comfort zone and yeah, wear a little more color, maybe. Don't hold me to it, or maybe do hold me to it, because I want to try to get out of my comfort zone. But anyway, so the Aspinal of London, London tote, and I think Tea Rose is going to come home with me. So let's go to Hanne next. Her channel is So Much Design with Hanne. And Hanne is definitely a Fendi girl. She does have a couple of other brands in her collection, but I think like her main love and her main focus of her collection is Fendi. That applies to a couple of creators in this video, but I definitely need a Fendi bag in my collection because so far I didn't long-term borrow any Fendi bags. I think I'm gonna go for Hanne's Fendi baguette in this like gorgeous, is it like a sage green? Pastel, sagey kind of green. I hope it's still in Hanne's collection, waiting for me to be long-term borrowed, because I don't think I've seen her wear it at all, like based on her videos. So that bag is gorgeous. Don't quote me on the size because I'm not overly familiar with Fendi baguette sizes, but it looks like a nano, maybe? Mini? Okay, so anyway, it's a leather Fendi baguette in this gorgeous light green, sage green kind of color. And I think it's gonna be fairly easy to style, especially with like black or like white outfits. So looking forward to styling my new to me, long-term borrowed Fendi baguette. Next off, let's go to Claire from Claire Louise Luxe, and I'm actually gonna target her Chanel collection because why pay the extortionate Chanel prices after the recent price increase just passed when you can borrow a Chanel bag, right? So it was basically a toss-up between her Business Affinity and the bag that I eventually ended up on. Reason why, I mean, I adore the Business Affinity like as a bag style per se, but I feel coloring wise, burgundy doesn't really work for me, and her Business Affinity is in burgundy. Looks gorgeous against her coloring and everything, but I don't like, I've never felt drawn to burgundy bags. So yeah, Claire's gonna keep her Business Affinity and I'm gonna sneak away with her wallet on chain. I did film a video about the wallet on chain, but that wasn't mine. Actually, it was a friend of mine's that she like gave me to talk about in a video. So unfortunately, I don't have a walk in my collection yet, but now I do. So thank you, Claire. And last but certainly not least, Gwenny from Style by Gwenny. And okay, as I said, I'm generally drawn to black bags, so I immediately zoomed in on her black Fendi baguette. But then I was like, maybe I should like switch it up a little. I mean, I already have the Tea Rose Aspinal of London bag, so a pink bag, but maybe I should like expand my color horizon when it comes to bags a little further. So I decided out of Gwenny's collection that I'm gonna go home with her again, Fendi baguette, but in this, I think it's the fuchsia color, which is beautiful, and it's like, it does have a cool like bluish undertone, which I think works better for me than like warm undertones, which is also again the reason why I don't think the burgundy like Business Affinity from Claire would have worked for me. So yeah, I'm gonna take the fuchsia Fendi baguette, the second Fendi baguette actually that I'm gonna come home with after this video, but yeah, different color. And that already does it for today's video. I have 0 room left in my suitcases. They are filled to the brim with gorgeous handbags, which I'm so looking forward to using. Okay, again, all in good fun, but yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I'm gonna catch you on one of my next videos. Bye. Like a light, lighting up in the dark. You make it right, I forgot how to act, it's so classic.
Every time you make me nervous and I lose my words. It's been a while since I forgot.